before we get to the end of our time today. One of the other things that we trade is the Forex spot market. And we have an automated trader that is completely automated, hands-off, that is optimized to trade the British pound US dollar pair. The reason that we chose that particular pair is because this pair shows good price movement without a lot of crazy all of a sudden in one 15-minute time frame. For example, if you look at the performance of the dollar Japanese yen pair, it can just go through the roof, and that one 15-minute bar that went about 100 pips is the sum total of the price movement that day. It allows you to take long trades, short trades, or both. And the reason why we put that in is because sometimes if the market is very clearly going up, or if the market is very clearly going down, you don't want to try and trade against the market. You know, it's the old adage that you don't want to try and trade against a moving freight train. If the market is clearly going down, don't allow it to take a long trade. Just allow it to go short. And it will do well for you. Now, let me answer a couple of questions about the Forex trader. Can you use it on other Forex pairs other than the British pound dollar pair? You can, but it's not nearly as successful because each currency pair on the spot Forex market really has its own kind of personality or behavior. And so the system is really designed or built around the personality and behavior of that British pound US dollar pair. Now, keep in mind that this is the spot Forex market, okay? It is not the futures contract on the British pound. The two are very different. And so if you don't have an account with the Forex broker and you're going to turn the system loose on the British pound futures contract, it likely will never ever generate a trade because the two trade in a completely different time frame. Just wanted to point that out. That was one of the aha discoveries of somebody using it. Here is the trade performance. We started turning it live data after significant testing last year, about June. So this is the performance only from June through the end of December. It had a profit factor of about 1.75. Usually, if I can get it to 1.5 or better, I'm happy. Accumulated profit of about 26% or so, and this is trading one mini lot of a foreign exchange pair. So if you want to increase your return on your investment, you just trade more mini lots. Or if you want to open up a standard account where one lot is controlling $100,000 in U.S. currency instead of $10,000 on the mini lot, you just do that. Our approach and philosophy is if you want to make more money, you don't necessarily have to make riskier trades. All you do is you have to buy more shares or buy more contracts or buy more mini lots. So if you want to make more money, as long as you have a system that is proven reliable and successful and has a positive expectancy of generating a profit, you just increase your investment size. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about today is the newest addition to our stable, and that is we've just finished development on an auto trading system that is designed for the E-minis. It's designed mainly for the S&P 500 E-mini, the ES contract. We've also found that it does well with the TF, the Russell, and the 6S, the futures contracts for the Swiss franc. But we'll be adding more than that. Norm, to answer your question, that is the information that you're looking at is the result on one contract. A lot of times people will report, you would have made $10,000 this month trading our system. And then you find out that their financial results in the bottom dollar is trading 10 contracts. I will always let you decide how many contracts you want to invest. In other words, you manage your pocketbook, and we manage the systems. And so the information, let's take a look here at the next slide. Just like the auto trader for Forex, you can trade long, you can trade short, or you can trade both. For example, if you know the market is going down, like if we were in 2008, I would have just turned off allow long trades altogether, and we would only have been able to take short trades and been much more successful at it. Here's the performance so far this year um, for the ES Auto Trader. We had about 60-65% success rate. Our winning trades were bigger on average than our losing trades. And you see here we would have generated about $1,300 per contract. Um, yeah, Norm, the ES Auto Trader isn't on our download page for a very good reason. We just recently finished it, and one of the things that NinjaTrader does for everyone before they will really approve it for their partners to allow and release to the public is they want to review it and make sure it doesn't do anything funny to your NinjaTrader installation. It's going to install correctly, and you're not going to have a bunch of things installed that are not approved or not recommended. And so it's been submitted to NinjaTrader, and their technical performance department is reviewing it. And as soon as they release it and say it's approved, then we'll have it available for the download trades. Alex, I haven't actually tried it on this 6E. I believe I tried an earlier version of it, but I don't have the final results on that. It may. But I'm not sure of what those performance numbers are. When it is available, it's going to be the same as the Forex Auto Trader. It'll be $5.95 for a permanent license. That's not per month. That's not per year. That is $5.95 one time, and you own it. And so it does have a stop loss in there. The stop loss on the foreign exchange Auto Trader is about 35 pips, and it's very similar in the ES. But there are other things that usually get you out of the trade if it's going against you in advance of the stop loss. So the stop loss is kind of like a safety net, just so that the market can't really go against you. Actually, in my testing and things like that, I have found the very best performance is not to have a stop loss in there at all, which just scares the willy out of me, and I just can't bring myself to do it. But the very best performance in terms of generating actual dollars is not to have a stop loss. But it's not going to it's just not going to happen. We are going to have a stop loss in there always. Yes, $5.95 is the cost for the Auto Trader for the Forex market. The Forex, if you want the futures ES Auto Trader, that one is $5.95 as well, because some people I found only want to do one or the other, things like that. Let's see here. Steve, yeah, I didn't put any commission in there because commission varies wildly. It could be as much as $10 or as little as about $2.80 per round trade. We have actually made an update to it since we actually generated these performance numbers that generates the same performance numbers in terms of total net profit, but it drops the total number of trades down to on this report down to about 60 or 70. In other words, it makes about one trade every 2 days instead of making about 3 trades a day. We do have trials for the Forex and the actually for all of the products. If you would like to try any of them, we would be happy to set you up on a 2-week trial period. Let you try it, run it on real data, run it on your data, run it on your simulated accounts, your real accounts, whatever you would like. Yeah, Norm, the one on the website is I believe the updated one that we just completed. I'll check it out.